Exposed. It's time to expose some game chasers. That's right, on today's Top 5 Friday, I'm going to talk about secrets. Shh, but you can't tell anyone. These are things you may not have known about the Game Chasers or the Game Chasers channel or whatever, over the last 10 years. I don't know, the idea for this video popped in my head. I'm like, you know what? We could use a good exposing, so let's just air out all the dirty laundry and get to the chase of it. Nobody's perfect, right? Let's get to the nitty-gritty of the Game Chasers. But before we do that, let's get to the nitty-gritty of it. Today's sponsor. Today's Top 5 Friday is sponsored by Skillshare. Have you ever wanted to learn a new skill? Well, now is the perfect time with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community of millions that are for creative and curious people like yourselves, and me too. On this site, you can learn so many skills ranging from music to fine art, to graphic arts, to filmmaking, to video making. It has so much stuff. You can stay inspired, express yourself, and you get introduced to this vast community of millions of people that are like-minded. I'm deep into the post-production of our first movie, and color grading is a huge step in that. And there are some really good color grading classes, and I decided to take one from an instructor named Dan. And one of the great things I took from that is the mood that you can set from different colors and the importance of skin tone, because if your skin tone's off in your color grading, then it all looks whack, and we don't want that. Skillshare is curated specifically for learning, meaning there are no ads, and they are always offering new premium classes, meaning that you can just kind of take off in any direction your creativity takes you. You can click the link below, and the first 1,000 subscribers that do so get 2 free premium months to try out Skillshare for absolutely free. Click below and let's get creative.
Oh, it's Friday night. Don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I could sit here and pick my nose while I watch a brand new video. Whoa, Top 5 Friday. Top 5 Friday tonight.
Game Chasers exposed. It's time to get exposed. Number 5 on the list of exposure is, man, do I want to do this? Do I want to bury us? I guess we're going to have to do this, right? I'm already recording the video. Well, look, number 5 on the list is, here's a secret. Okay, so Melvor never wanted to be on camera from the get-go. In fact, in the first season, you can see that he's blurred out. And that was not even a request. That was out of his mouth. So help me, if you don't blur me out, I'm never gonna record video for you again. And so whenever we would go out, yeah, he would film and stuff that first season a few times, but he made it clear that he did not want to be on camera. And I don't know exactly why, other than that he was just absolutely camera shy. I guess it just boils down to that. I think it's as simple as that. I don't think, he was a wanted man or wanted by, some government agency. Could be. Maybe he was afraid of aliens or ghosts. Don't know what that has to do with it, but that's always a possibility when you're talking about anything. So you got to factor that in. I really don't know. I have the slightest clue, other than my gut tells me he was just camera shy, and he would get angry about it. Legitimately angry. Yeah, he was just like frying pan angry. He would just be like, I swear you better not put me in that video. I swear, if I see myself in that, if I see one fraction. He even got mad because I trolled him in the video where he is in the backseat, and like there was like a fraction of it where like you could barely see his face, just like a fraction. And he got so mad. He goes, oh no, that was on purpose. But at the time I was like, oh, I swear it was an accident. I didn't mean to do it. He wasn't buying it. I don't know what happened to make him want to be on camera, but eventually he was on camera. I think season 2 with the trip to Washington, D.C., he finally wanted to be on camera. Now, I guess not wanted to be on camera, but we talked him into it. What do you think about all those repeating bits, like PlayStation Guy, like All Right, which I haven't actually used in a while, or What's Wrong with These Guys, all those different bits that I insert in Game Chaser episodes? Why do I keep redoing them over and over and over again? Because it's funny. They're memes, right? Now, how I got inspired to do that in the first place, and I started doing that in season 1, was from The Ticket. The Ticket is a sports talk radio show, but it's not even actually really that. Well, it's a lot of sports, but it's just like general guy talk too, right? It's just all-encompassing. It's just awesome, and I've been a fan of theirs for like 15 years straight, and they do that in their radio show. They do drops and bits, and I think that's a common radio thing just to begin with. And here's another interesting bit of trivia that kind of goes off the path a little bit, but it's relatable. Screw Attack, for those of you who do remember, they would call their fans G1s. Well, Craig, the founder of Screw Attack, was local from here and was an intern at The Ticket, and The Ticket calls their fans P1s. So P1s, G1s. He was obviously inspired. Useless bit of trivia there, but it's applicable, I guess. Anyway, that's where I got the idea to keep doing these running bits, and it's been one of those things that now it's just expected, and part of what honestly I think makes a lot of what we do funny. I get a kick out of it, especially the blah stuff like that. Me, Jay, and Melvor were actually making videos way before the Game Chasers channel. Videos you've never seen that are actually on YouTube. The funny thing is, I don't even know if I could find them because I don't even know what the old channel was called, as crazy as that sounds. It was just stupid stuff. Like we would go to conventions and troll, not serious trolling, just tongue-in-cheek funny trolling type stuff. We weren't like annoying about it or anything. We'd just do like photobombing and stuff like that. You know, before the Game Chasers, there was a precedence for us all to get together and just make videos. And the first, here's also something else. The first video I ever recorded for the channel. Now you got to keep in mind the channel was created in October of 2010. The first video didn't actually go up until January of 2011, and that was a contest entry for the All Gen podcast. But I had recorded another video before that, and it was bad, and I never actually edited it and put it up. It was so stupid. Like I was just talking about the NES because I'd been watching gaming videos, and I'm like, I want to do that. I want to make gaming videos too. Nothing else to do, right? Oh boy, I had the NES in my lap, and I had no pants on. I was literally naked, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna be the naked gamer. And so I had the NES. I was talking about the NES, and at the end of the video, I get up, I walk up, and my schlong was slinging around, and no shame whatsoever. Of course, I would have blurred out the stuff. Rumors, okay? The internet loves rumors. When you get to a certain level, and it doesn't really have to be that big of a level these days because there's so much drama out there and people thrive off of it, you get stuff made up about you. And we've had everything made up about us under the sun at this point. But one in particular has stuck with us forever. So it was season 2, and right around that time, it was after the first MagFest stuff, all those first 4 videos went up, we started getting this rumor that we were going around to retail stores buying up all their merch to resell. Now, just on the surface, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. Because if you think about it, how stupid would you have to be to buy a bunch of retail games and then go and turn around and sell them for retail? Does that make any sense whatsoever? But I went and found the thread, and then I found another thread, and I ended up getting to the nitty gritty. I keep using that word, but I ended up getting to the genesis of why it even happened. So apparently somebody was pissed off that we went and shot at the Game Room Trading Post because that was their honey hole. That was where they went to go find amazing deals on games, and they wanted it all to themselves, and they got pissed off because we exposed it. We showed it to the world, and everyone was like, we got to go to this place. So they no longer had dibs on everything. So that just childlike pettiness is what caused this person to try to discredit us and write a bunch of BS about us, about things we couldn't even possibly do if we wanted to. And even if we did want to, why the hell would we want to do that? It's stupid. If we're gonna do that, just open a damn store. And then put Game Chasers on the front, and then we have people coming into a Game Chasers store. Boom! People can't behave. Their pettiness runs rapid in the human race, and they are going to take shots at you any opportunity they can for any reason that they deem appropriate, because they probably live very empty lives. We've had the opportunity to be on television several times over the last 7 or 8 years. Not really, obviously, in season 1 or 2, but once we started kind of gaining momentum, there were several production companies that came up to us and were like, we want to put you guys on television. Imagine the budget and the places you can go and the team of editors and the team of cameramen. It's TV. And we're like, whoa, that's awesome. Let's do that. And it never panned out. And there were several reasons why it kind of never panned out. The first one didn't pan out because they shopped it around, and basically what it means is they sign us to a shopping order. So this production company's like, we're gonna work with you, and we're gonna shop you around to like History Channel and Discovery Channel and all that stuff. So we were shopped around, and nobody got it. All the big executives at the studio, at the cable companies and stuff, they were like, we don't get it. Why would people want to go look for games? Nobody cares about that. So that went out the window. In the last few times it's happened, we've had the Express, and I think this has hurt us because we've said, hey, they've asked us to go, this is one thing, like, what, like, do you have any issues, like what's concerns or whatever? We're like, we don't want to fake anything, because I know for a fact that happens in pretty much all these types of shows. And we didn't want to fake anything, and that's a problem when it comes to television. I could tell the apprehensiveness in her voice when we said that. It was, I get it. Let's. And this was a little bit different because this was a actual. She didn't say which one because she couldn't, but it was one of the big 3, like History, Discovery, whatever. Those was one of them coming to us to potentially go. This was more of a direct route and not a shopping thing. So this was like potentially could really happen, and but it didn't. And that's one of the big reasons, because you have to understand how TV works. Is that you have been watching the show for the last 4 or 5 years, right? And you see what happens. We'll go out and we'll find nothing. An entire weekend spent finding F-16 on Genesis or Madden's or something, right? TV stations aren't going to put not TV stations, but networks and production companies who are throwing money into this. Time is money. They're not going to settle for that. It's just not going to. They're not going to send a camera crew out, spend thousands of dollars on a crew shooting, and then come up empty-handed, and all that money is down the drain for the weekend. And not only that. These things are on a schedule. We have to produce episodes, boom, 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 boom. So you're gonna have to find something, boom, 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 boom. If you don't find it naturally, boom, 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 you're gonna find it somehow. That's just TV. That's how it works. That's how it operates, in every show that you see out there operates in that same way. And as real as you may think it is, it more than likely is not. And so that's the beauty of what we do on our channel. So we can get away with it because we call the shots, and it's not like TV. So that's it. Will we ever be on television? Probably not. I see no reason to. It's just it's a pass. And in this whole retro thing is a passing phase anyway. We're still going to, the hardcore people, we're still going to be into it, and as long as we're old. But these things go in waves, right? So the general public is probably going to lose interest in it at some point here soon. So I just don't think, if it was going to be a TV thing, it probably would have already been by now. And you know what? We're not going to be on TV and be something we're not, period. So, and besides, my interest lies more in like the creative aspect of movie making and stuff like that. At this point, I can actually create things and make things, and not just, television is like, whatever. But would have been nice to at least get a paycheck. So anyway, thank you for watching. Those are our secrets. There are more secrets out there, and I'll probably end up doing another one of these exposed videos, because, man, you after 10 years or so, you start getting a lot of secrets. I'm gonna expose that.